Good morning. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Today on Wellness Wednesday, we're talking about the art of being present. And, I've been thinking about this for quite a while now, and Eckhart Tolle has a new book out on the art of presence. And he talks a lot about what is our relationship to the present moment. And this might not be something maybe that you've ever thought about. But, I ask you now, what is your relationship to the present moment? It's interesting, right? When we think about that, I'll give you, for instance, an example. It's really hot here in the north. It's in the mid 30s, humidity over 40, which is pretty hot here for the north. Okay. And so when I look at that relationship to the present moment, sometimes when it's hot like that, our reaction can be judgment, can be anger, can be frustration, right? And here's just another way I want you to think about that. Okay, so if we're going to work, and granted, I love the heat, but I love the heat especially when we're in our boat and we're going fishing and I can jump off the boat or go to the beach and go swimming and cool off when I'm hot. Okay, that's when I really love the heat. But when we've got to go to work for the day, and it's hot and maybe there's no air conditioning there and you got to wear long pants or whatever. And how does that affect us? And it's interesting because the body has its own way of cooling itself off, right? We all know what that is. It's sweat. So we sweat to cool ourselves off. But in that time, we also might feel a lot of frustration. We might feel really irritable and angry as we are judging the present moment, excuse me, that we are in, right? We're hot, we're tired, we've had enough, we just want it to be over. And I want you to notice in that moment when all that is rolling up, how much are you suffering? And in the art of being present, we can just notice what's happening in this present moment. It's hot. I'm sweating. Right? Anything else that we have with that is a reaction that increases our suffering. And so when we can look at changing our relationship with the present moment and not reacting to it, we can really save ourselves a lot of hardship and a lot of suffering. And I know that's way easier to say than it is to do. But like anything else, it just takes practice. And so one of the ways that we can change our relationship to the present moment is through the breath. Okay. And some people struggle with just being in the present moment. Okay. Their mind is into the future, it's into the past, feeling agitated, not feeling calm. I've certainly been there, and I know I'm not alone in that. And it's hard to bring yourself back into this present moment, especially if that present moment is uncomfortable. Okay? But the breath, we always have the ability to come back into the present moment with our breath. So let's give that a try now. Just sitting wherever is comfortable for you, in whatever way. Maybe you're at your desk, maybe you're standing, whatever. Okay? And I want you to just inhale and exhale. And notice your breath. Just notice your breath. There is an awareness that happens here. An awareness of the breath. And that's the key to becoming more present, is becoming aware in the moment. And then just noticing one sound. And focusing on that one sound. And when your mind wanders and you become aware of it, come back to the breath and then back to your sound. And now just notice how you feel in this present moment. And what is your relationship now with this present moment? Just notice, be curious, aware. And has that changed? Do you feel a little more peaceful, a little more connected to the moment? Again, just notice. We're creating an awareness, and the awareness that we create helps us to become more present in this moment without reaction. And that's a big one, being in the present moment without reaction. It's not easy to do, but you can do it. Just take some practice. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for Wellness Wednesday. And I hope, that this is just giving you another perspective to look at, to try in regards to your relationship with the present moment. Are you always not present? Because life is happening in this present moment. And so this little, breath and mindfulness brings us back into this moment, because sometimes we miss life because we're here or we're behind. We're everywhere but in this moment. And maybe that helps you with the heat a little bit, right? It's all perspective. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week for Wellness Wednesday. Keep breathing, keep connecting to this present moment, and you will change your relationship with the present moment. Thank you so much. Namaste.